Hello my lovelies, welcome to your March 2022 reading. This reading is going to be for the sun, moon, and rising sign of Libra for the month of March 2022. Please keep in mind that this is a general reading, so it will not resonate with each and every one of you. But please do take the messages that does resonate, leave the rest behind. Also, be sure to check out your moon and rising signs as well if you find that there are no messages in this video for you. Okay, so let us go ahead and get started. This is going to be a 5-card spread. We're going to look at your overall energy, the theme of the month, challenge of the month, how you should be responding, as well as advice from your beautiful angels, guides, and ancestors. Okay, so thank you, beautiful angels, guides, ancestors, for guiding this reading. For the lovely Libras, can you please guide me and show me what their overall energy will be this month? All right, we have the 9 of Wands as your overall energy. And what will be the theme of the month for them? Theme of the month for Libra. Thank you, beautiful angels, guides, ancestors. What will be the theme of the month for Libras? Okay, we have the 4 of Swords. Okay, and what challenges may be present? What challenges may be present for Libra? We have the 9 of Cups. How should Libras respond to this challenge? Please guide me and show me clearly, beautiful angels, guides, and ancestors. How should they respond? Okay, we have the Queen of Swords with the 10 of Swords. Is your response. And last but not least, what advice do you have? What advice do you have for Libra? We have the Knight of Cups as your advice. Okay. Card at the bottom of the deck for you guys is the 9 of Swords. All right, Libra, what is going on for you guys? I feel like some of you guys are like exhausted and tired over a situation. Okay, like you put your all into it without getting the desired outcome that you are wanting or have been seeking. Okay, so some of you are definitely feeling weary. I get the word, feeling weary around a situation. Okay, maybe feeling exhausted, maybe feeling like the work that you're putting in to something is not fulfilling. All right, it's not fulfilling enough for you guys. We have the 9 of Wands, okay, as your overall energy. So with this, I feel like there's still a little fight left in you. Okay, you may be feeling tired and overwhelmed, but the 9 is right before the 10, so you're nearly there. Okay, but the 9 of Wands is like the wounded warrior. Okay, like he's fought hard up to this point and he almost feels like giving up. He's almost feeling as if he doesn't have the strength in him to persevere, but he is also resilient, right? So he's going to muster up that inner strength to be able to make it to that 10, make it to that finish line. But some of you may legitimately be feeling like, you know, almost at a point of being burnt out, whether it's physically, emotionally, mentally. Maybe, you know, will resonate different for each and every one of you, but definitely feeling like, okay, am I almost there? Because I'm to the point of exhaustion or not believing that I can make it, right? So we have the theme of the month as being the 4 of Swords, and I think you will make it, but I think now is the time for you to kind of relax a little, okay? Take a break. So wherever you were stressing at, wherever you were overly determined to do or to excel in, pushing yourself to the limits with, this month is going to be the month for you to kind of just take a break for a moment, okay? Take a break mentally, take a break emotionally, take a break physically. Whichever one of those suits you best in the area of your life where you need to take a break, I feel like that's what it's calling for you to do. Okay, so with the Four of Swords, what she does is she puts those swords away, okay? How here he's not holding up a sword, he's holding more of some type of rod or stick. But either way, he's kind of, you know, almost pushing himself to the limit, okay? And but it's calling for you here to put that down and just take a moment or some time for yourself this month, okay? Bask in the glory a little bit, because you have the Nine of Cups in your challenger position, which is telling me that you're having a hard time recognizing, you know, the beauty around you or things to be grateful for at this point in time, okay? Because things aren't 100% where you want them to be. It kind of puts you in that mood of not being able to recognize those things that are there, you know, that you should be grateful for, okay? So really taking that moment to rest and reassess, okay? Rest and reassess the situation. Time for a time out. I feel like it's telling you guys it's definitely time for a time out, okay? Because when you're able to rest, along with that comes the reassessing part. And when you reassess, you're allowed to think more clearly, okay? Allowed to be more analytical and logical in the situation, rather going off of emotions because you feel emotionally burnt out or you feel physically burnt out. So you might not be in the best frame of thought when you're in that burnt out phase, okay? So that's why when you rest and reassess, you're allowed then to step in with this Queen of Swords energy and able to see things more analytically and able to recognize those things that need to come to an end, all right? But with the ending comes new beginnings. So when you end with the 10, you go back with the ace, you come again with the ace, okay? And the ace is all about new beginnings. So this is where I'm thinking you need to rest. Okay, she puts down the swords with the Four of Swords, but then she picks it up again with the Queen of Swords because now she's in her right state of mind. Remember, swords are about mental space. So now she's in her right space of mind to be able to see what thing she is going to cut out with this sword, okay? As she uses this sword, she knows now, okay? She's put her thoughts together. She's allowed for herself to be in a more meditative, contemplative state to where now she knows what things, okay, whereas maybe was hidden before because you have that moon in the background, but now she's aware of what things needs to be cut away, okay, painful or not, because the Ten of Swords are all about painful endings or, you know, just things, you know, being more in a hurtful type of way, okay? So painful or not, she knows what needs to be done so that she can move forward with this Knight of Cups and follow her heart, all right? The Knight of Cups is all about, Knights in general are all about moving, but the Knights in Cups in particular is the determined knight who's opening up his heart space and he's following his heart, okay? He's bringing in the energy of love and the ebb and flow of, you know, what you put out is what you get in, okay? So this is going to allow you for that movement towards that, okay? I feel like, and I almost get a sense that, okay, this is the same night. Okay, so whereas he was feeling a little bit wounded here, right? You know, there's no movement, but he's almost like, okay, I have just barely enough left in me to continue this fight. But once he was able to rest, okay, once he's able to put his mind at rest and, you know, regain his physical strength, look, he's back at it again. He's on his horse again, okay? Now he's ready for action again, okay? But I do feel like it's calling for you to have a time out this month, Libra. All right, because the card at the bottom of the deck for you guys was a Nine of Swords. So some of you could be overly analyzing or thinking or pushing yourself too hard at this point and not being satisfied with what is going on for you right now, not finding the joy in what's going on around you right now. So definitely time for a timeout, guys. That's what I'm getting from these cards here. But let's go ahead and clarify. Thank you, beautiful angels, guides, ancestors, for the collective sign of Libra. Can you please clarify why is the Nine of Wands here in a position of overall energy? Yeah, like you have the Eight of Wands, and the Eight of Wands is all about movement, right? Obstacles being removed, and this is what you guys are wanting. All right, you guys are wanting that movement. You are wanting for things to be accelerated. You're wanting to be able to give the last of what it is that you have. Okay, you're wanting things to go through smooth sailing, all right, and come in fast for you. Whatever that outcome it is that you're desiring, you wanting it to come in fast for you. All right, but I don't feel like you're in the right state for that right now. And that's why it's calling for you to take that moment to rest and reassess. But let's go ahead and clarify. Thank you, beautiful angels, guides, ancestors. Why is this Four of Swords here in the position of the theme of the month? It's like some of you want whatever it is, your goal or objective is. You want it so bad and you want it to come in so fast for you guys. But I feel like too, you're being called to appreciate the little things around you first. Okay. You know, just look at the good and don't rush or want to rush so fast into something, okay? Because who's to say you'll find joy in that? So the point is to appreciate what's there for you in front of you now, okay? Rest and reassess the situation, and then that way you'll be able to go through with a clearer frame of thought in mind. All right, because we have the Two of Swords here to clarify the Four of Swords. So yeah, definitely some difficult decisions that has to be made, but you're not in the right mind to do so. As you can see here, how she's blindfolded and she's being pulled in 2 different directions. She doesn't know, right? She doesn't know which way to go, which way to turn. All right, so this is where this resting phase is going to really allow for you to kind of clear your state of mind. All right, so a lot of swords here. So you guys are definitely in your mental space. All right, seeking some type of clarity. Thank you, beautiful angels, guides, ancestors. Can we please clarify why is the Nine of Cups here in a position of the challenge for the month? Why is the Nine of Cups here? Thank you, beautiful angels, guides, and ancestors. Why is the Nine of Cups here? Why is the Nine of Cups here in a position of the challenge? Yeah, so I definitely feel like it's calling on you to take a time out. That's what I keep getting. Take a breather. All right. We have the King of Wands. Okay, to clarify the Nine of Cups. All right, and this could be just you really figuring out or understanding the potential that is within you. Okay, wounded warrior. Okay, I feel like, you know, you started off strong like this with this King of Wands energy, so maybe you were passionate about something prior to life. You know, usually in life we all start off optimistic and then we realize things aren't going the way we want them to. It kind of beats us down a little bit, right? So maybe I feel like it's a sense of you finding that spark in yourself, that leader in yourself again. All right, being proud of what you were able to obtain when you were standing in this power. All right, and looking at your take a moment to look at your surroundings, okay, and realize that everything that you have in your life right now is because you were able to do that. Okay, you were able to push yourself to the limits. All right. But now you may be at that point of a burnout because you've kept pushing and kept pushing and kept pushing. But now it's time to rest and reassess. Rest and reassess. That's going to be the thing for you guys. Rest and reassess this month, okay? So you can figure out how is it that you can get this spark back from who you are within, okay? Because I do feel like you guys have strong leadership capabilities with this King of Wands showing up in a challenge, but maybe you're having a hard time finding this person again. All right, due to all of the trials and tribulations that you may have gone through in the most recent past or further or way past, whatever it may be. The point is for you to now get to that point of being proud of who you were in the past has led you to where you are now. It's just now I feel like time for you to take a pause and a break and figure out the next phase. Okay. Thank you, beautiful angels, guys. Ancestors, can we please clarify the Queen of Swords and the Ten of Swords in the response to the situation? Okay. So we have the Page of Pentacles. All right. To clarify the Queen of Swords and the Ten of Swords. All right. So this could be too, pages in general are all about like the student, right? The young one who's ready to kind of branch out there and get his feet wet with new ideas or ventures. In this case, with the Pentacles, something financial, right? So this is, I feel like, whereas there may have been some type of obstacle or roadblock recently, okay, this is the time where I feel like you're being called to reevaluate things, okay? And once you're able to reevaluate, you'll come through with this Queen of Swords energy and things will start to make sense and you'll start to understand what things needs to be let go of, change, whether it's within you, within your situation, your circumstances, your surrounding environment, okay? So that you can start fresh, all right? Start fresh for whatever it is that you're wanting to do. Like, give yourself a fresh start. All right, because a lot of times we're on our paths only to a certain point in different areas of our life for that time being, but when that path ends, it's time for us to kind of switch things up a little bit, right? So this could be how this is why you need to come in with that Queen of Swords energy so that you can analyze the situation, okay? If some of you are caught up on, the business ideas or ventures not working, I feel like once you clear your mind, those ideas will come to you, whatever it is that you're seeking. All right. But I do feel like you need a clear mental space before you can do so. And it is something that I feel like it's going to be, that comes from the heart, something that you're moving towards, that you're passionate about. All right. King of Wands too is, the Wands too are about passion. So whereas you had this passion before, but there was a strong or hard fight along the way, okay, it kind of caused that fire to dwindle down a little bit. But now it's time for you to rest and assess. All right. Rest and reassess, I should say, and just really let that spark come back so that you can move forward. All right. Thank you, beautiful angels, guys, ancestors. Become passionate about it once again. Can you please clarify the Knight of Cups? Why is the Knight of Cups here in a position of advice from you all? Why is the Knight of Cups here? All right. So we have the King of Pentacles. All right, so we have two kings here. So yeah, so definitely continuing to follow your heart in some type of business venture, guys. And you may just have to, maybe something didn't work, the idea you had didn't work. You worked so hard on it, it didn't work. So it's like you had to I feel like you have to scratch that and start fresh. All right. That's what life is, though. If something doesn't work, you dust yourself off and you try again. So I feel like this is what you're being called to do, to maybe that passion dwindled because things wasn't working out. So you kind of felt like, okay, well, maybe it wasn't meant to be or whatever, because it didn't turn out like how I thought it would turn out. Okay, you're tired of putting in that fight. Things weren't moving as fast as you like, but you had some success in it somewhere. All right, you had some success in it somewhere. So I think you need to acknowledge the point that you've made it up to. Okay, but then now it's time to rest so that you don't give yourself a burnout. All right, and once you're able to rest, look, you're able to analyze and cut out and do things that need to be done in order for you to go back into it fresh, clear state of mind. Okay, I'm ready for it now. All right, and then what happens from there? You're able to continue to move forward with your heart's passion. All right, and not only are you able to do that, but look, you go from the page to the king. Okay, so this is almost like it's promised to you guys. All right, but you just need, I feel like you need to clear your mental space is what it's telling you for now. All right, and I feel like once you do that, for swords too, it's all about, you know, taking that moment to meditate, you know, let the answers come to you. Speak with your spirit guides and your ancestors, the angel team, your whole support system, and see what answers they give you when you allow the mind to just rest. Okay, you'd be surprised the ideas that might come to you that's going to help this to flourish, whatever this is. Okay, so then let us go ahead and pull a couple of oracle cards. Thank you, beautiful angels, guides, ancestors. What messages do you have for Libra to further confirm and validate this reading? Messages for Libra, please, that will further confirm and validate this reading. Okay, and I feel like with that Two of Swords being there, that's kind of like almost like you don't know if you should continue with it or if you should not, right? Because feeling like things, you know, they're just not what you expected. So you're like, do I throw in the towel with this Nine of Wands? He's the wounded warrior that's almost ready to throw in the towel. Okay, do I throw in the towel? All right, or do I reignite the passion I have for this thing? Look at that. We have time for a nap. I told you guys, it's time to rest and reassess. All right, so it's okay, you know, to take a moment to, you notice here too, like in this Nine of Swords, she's not able to sleep because she has so much on her mind, right? And this is the state of being for you guys right now, possibly, because she's not able to sleep because of all of these fears and thoughts racing through her head. But look at here, the Four of Swords, as well as this this time for the nap oracle card. Like, spirit is telling you time to take a break. Okay, it's time to take a time out for the moment. And like I say, you'd be surprised during that time out what answers come to you. Okay, thank you, beautiful angels, guides, and ancestors. Let's get another oracle card, please. Another oracle card for the lovely Geminis. Oh, I don't know. Yeah, it's time for a nap, Libras. Just momentarily, though. Just a momentary nap that's going to allow for you to cleanse your mental space, okay, and come back stronger than ever. All right. Because remember, you have that Queen of Swords, and Queen of Swords are all about mental space capacities, right? They're able to see with a clear mind. All right, and then this is what you'll gain once you're able to allow yourself that space of clearing the clutter. Okay, look at this. We have a finding sanctuary, opening to your spiritual source. And what did I just say? Like, you'd be surprised, like, if you communicate with your spiritual team, whether that's your spirit guides, your angels, your ancestors, right? And you can usually do this by being in a meditative state, which is this Four of Swords, which is almost symbolic of taking a nap, right? Being in that meditative state and allowing your mind to just, you know, rest for a moment, you'd be surprised to what answers will come into you. And I stated that earlier, you know, opening to your spiritual source. You know, I just mentioned this. And I think this is what your spirit team is asking for you to do at this time, is to don't try to fight the battle on your own, okay? Don't try to fight the battle on your own. Be open to what advice they have to give you, what ideas they have to give you, what ways of movement they have to give you. So this is definitely the space you kind of want to put yourself in if you're looking to go from this Page of Pentacles to this King of Pentacles, my lovely Libras. All right, so one more message. This is going to be a spirit message from your beautiful angels, guides, and ancestors. Thank you. Oh. Guys, your spirit team is like really trying to communicate with some of you, okay? Look at this. We have intuitive nudges. Intuition is the language of the soul. We are all born aware with a profound sense of inner knowing. Intuition is one of the greatest gifts we possess, which keeps us connected to our higher selves, the universe, and to our divine spirit. Oh my gosh, yes, all of this is like telling you to connect. It is time to connect, guys, to your spirit guides so that they can show you the rest of the way. Right now, you're feeling like the wounded warrior. You're feeling like you don't know if you can go on by yourself any longer, you know. If you have that push in you for whatever project you're doing, for whatever goals you have, this is your spirit team telling you to call them in. All right, they can't say it more loudly than what they've said it in these cards here. All right, they're definitely telling you to call on them at this moment. Take a rest to call on them. Take a moment to call on them, and from there, I feel like your answers will come in. All right, my lovely Libras, that is your March 2022 reading. Really hope you enjoy. If so, please be sure to hit the like button, as well as to subscribe to the channel. Until next time, take care, my lovelies, and bye-bye.